What's the title on that, bro? What's up, guys? Nice signs.
When our boss looks outside his fucking window and he
That's a wrong time, boss. Yeah, I'm not gonna record up there a live stream, because you have like snitches, so they let them know information. So you just gotta, don't go live until it's over, I guess. Hello. It's dying out, so I know there's one tomorrow, but what I'm doing, I was like asking people some questions, the protest that was going on here earlier, so kind of die out, so so we'll see what happens next. So yeah, I guess it's pretty much it. Look. Hey guys, I look like Antifa. I'm Antifa. We're gonna go for those fascists. We're gonna smash fascism. At least I do it better than Jack Posobiec, you know. I mean, at least I don't get them, you know. The only way they find out is because some of these people, they watch the streams. So, you know, some of these people, they watch the streams and stuff. So I was here earlier, you know. But I didn't live stream, you know, because there was not that many people. It wasn't that crowded like a couple of days ago. So, you know, it's pretty easily, you know. They can call you and, you know, they can, you know, call the cops or do some shit, you know, and get you arrested. So, you know, but right now it's dying out, you know, I'm not gonna stay there. I'm getting out of here. So yeah. So it has to be one of these tomorrow. I mean, tomorrow is Saturday. So, you know, so I'm guessing it's gonna be like bigger. Something's happening tomorrow, I guess. So. But yeah, it was here earlier all day, but because it wasn't like that many people. You know, I was gonna live stream, but then I changed my mind, you know. So it wasn't that crowded, so. So I'm guessing they protesting outside these buildings because they know their woke agenda is falling apart, you know, it's collapsing. So yeah, that's my guessing, you know. All these wokeness, they losing their jobs and stuff. All this wokeness. Department of Interior, that's interesting, you know. So yep. Yeah, I was gonna live stream that, but you know, there was not many people there, you know, so it was what, like probably 40 to 50 people. So you know, I guess there's something going on. There has to be something going on tomorrow. I mean, you know. Why I go to this protest? Because I'm waiting. I hope something like, you know, I'm not gonna say too much, but I hope, you know, you don't see no action, you know. I haven't seen action, like, you know, they actually rise up against, you know, and, you know, but that's why, but, you know, there's no action there. So be honest with you, there's not like a resistance, I'll assume, you know. So but I'm wondering if there's any Trump supporters coming tomorrow, you know, counter protests and stuff. But I heard some of them, but you know. So if they come, I might join them, you know. But yeah, I was not gonna expose myself like that. Not tonight. I'm just walking by the sidewalk. And this is somewhere in Northwest DC. Now this is Georgetown. Well, I was here, but like, yeah, I live streamed a couple protests here. This is where the encampments. Let's see, the feminist agenda. Yeah, this is all that bullshit, misandry and feminist agenda. That's how they have all these institutions They have all these Marxists infiltrated all these institutions of power. So there's a problem. So yeah, but yeah, that little protest. I mean, that wasn't like the other night. So if it was that big, then I would have live streamed. But yeah, and it was like an actual Antifa individual in that protest. So you don't want get in trouble or something happens. So, and I don't know, I'm not gonna get arrested with a BS, you know. So, that's why I didn't choose to live stream. It's useless. Or for the type of protest. You see, like at the end she find out. So I ain't exposing myself like that. I do it because of content, and there hasn't been, unfortunately I wasn't here for January 20th for the inauguration, unfortunately, I would have live stream all the stuff, Well, we're gonna be getting out of here soon, so I'm gonna be ending the stream probably like in 5 minutes. So I still have the stuff in here. I haven't checked this out yet. I'm gonna see if I can check it out later. If you guys can check this out because I'm not home though. So basically they call him Hero, The same people, look, they call that guy Hero. The same people who call the J6 hostages, domestic terrorists, call a murderer a hero. So, it's kind of contradiction, You see how all these identity politics play a role in how they contradict themselves, So, if he's a hero, then I'm a fucking angel, So, I'm a freaking saint. If he's a hero, if that guy is a hero. And what's crazy, when it comes to that guy and me, they promote him like an actual hero. He did something, but they want to promote me as a domestic, and I'm still here, so. And that's because the media is the enemy of the people. That's why we're going to give an interview pretty soon to Newsmax, so I can clear that shit from the system. Yeah, all these people trying to accuse you of being an extremist and stuff. Well, stuff doesn't work. I don't think it works like that, I don't think exercising your First Amendment right make you an extremist. So they got it wrong, these people got it wrong. So, and they keep contradicting themselves. Like I said, they believe that 2 + 2 = 5. It's not like that. It was never like that. So pretty sad. I feel sorry for these people, So this sedition hunter, these people are pretty much done. I don't think they're gonna be around any longer. So they kind of fading away. They're just doing, like what the fuck they doing? The only thing they're reporting is J6ers who went to jail. Some pedophile who's soliciting a minor. And I understand, like when it comes to J6, some people probably, like I said before, might not be with you, Look at Gabriel Garcia, a hero, Gabriel Garcia, somebody who fought for this country, and he got denied. He asked for a donation, he got denied, being a J6er. So in this community, the whole J6 community, there's people that are shady. Not everybody, is a saint, Now, I know that I never hurt anyone, or I didn't do damage to anyone, so I didn't destroy anything. So I'm clean. I'm talking about other people, So if you're soliciting a minor, that's disgusting. That's my own view. You know, it is disgusting. So before you're gonna come here and say they are my white nationalist, so shit extremists, well, you gotta lock those people first. You know, so I think soliciting a minor is way worse and more disgusting. It's fucking disgusting. It is disgusting. Excuse my language, but it is disgusting. It's way worse than being a nationalist. So you see how the media portray, you know, like this dude from CNN, that he got raided because he have some child porn, and then they clean his name from the system so the media wouldn't defame these people, you know. But they wanna, you know, use your name because you went to some protest, because an election was stolen. It makes no sense. It makes no freaking sense. That's why I think Trump, you know, needs to do a little more. You know, he's gonna need to, you know, really get rid of cancel culture. You know, so that's what he needs to start doing. All you fascists bound to lose. Well, you already lost. Yeah. All the fascists already lost. You know, because the Biden fascist regime already lost. You know, they're gone. You know, they're not gonna suppress people for like expressing their First Amendment right. You know, so I think we already defeat fascism. What's a fascist? A fascist is somebody who don't believe in free speech. A fascist is somebody who trying to shut down free speech. That's a fascist, and that's what Antifa does. So they are fascist. They the real fascist. So. And somebody was trying to break into that building. These are the Marxist socialists, you know. These people are indoctrinated. It's crazy, you know. Leave me broken down. Do you know what's crazy? I never seen these fences before. The first time I saw these fences was when the first ever time that I seen these fences was when they when it was a pro-Palestinian thing, a Palestinian protest, and that was back in November or December last year. And they were trying to bust it down, and it make national news, you know. Yeah, back then it was what, like I would say like how many people was that? You know, couple 140,000 people, 50,000 people. Yeah, and make national news. So that's the first time that I saw this type of fencing around. So. Hey, officer. I'm sorry. It's okay if I use the sidewalk? Thank you. Yeah, you gotta ask, you know. So you see, when you have fences, you know, you gotta learn, you know, when there's fences and but it's probably open. It's open, but you have fence, but it's open. You gotta ask. you know. So because it's not going to happen to me again, you know. They have an open place to the public, and then they say, oh no, it's closed, we're gonna, now you're in trouble. So that's why I asked before. So you know, you hit a rock once, but you don't hit a rock twice. So that's why I asked the Secret Service, hey, is this open to the public? Say yes, even though there's fences, you know. I ask, hey, is this open to the public? He says yes, because this is not going to happen to me again, you know. Like I said, you know, you hit a rock once, you don't hit a rock twice, you know. You don't fall twice. So that's why I ask. That's it. Yeah, they doing some construction thing up there. Who knows what's that? That's like a stage or something. Who knows? So I hate winter. You know, winter time is lonely and sad. You know. But like I said, if there's anything going on tomorrow, I'll keep you updated. And well, we just go there and live stream whatever. You know. Yeah, that protest. Yeah, I was not gonna like, you know, put myself out there. You know, so because there's people like, you know, I'm saying, you know, I have people that follow me and stuff, but there's also people that just watch the stream to just, I don't know why they watch the stream. You know, they stalking me. They're real stalkers. Because they waiting for me if I say something, or you know, or whatever, to get you in trouble basically. So, or stalk you, you know, you live stream somewhere, and then it's interesting today, you know. Today I was stalked by someone, and then this is not I'm not, you know, like, this is not a coincidence. So I have to see my therapist, right? And you know, like, guys, I live stream earlier from the US Capitol and the Supreme Court. Then I walk all the way to well, the station following by Union Station. I have to get off in Judiciary Square, you know. And for magically, one of my stalkers pop up there. You know, I didn't say, I just kept walking, you know. And but like I said, you know, like, you just gotta, so things like that happen. So that's why I don't live stream like that, you know. That's why I don't live stream certain things, because you don't know. So like the other day, you know, I was using a computer. I was doing a research. And it's a public library open to the public, and then they call security, oh, you have to leave. So you see things like that, and that's illegal, you know. That's illegal swatting, because you're stopping me for what, you know. Like, first of all, you know, I don't have a warrant for my arrest, so you just, and that, so because of those things, you know. So that's why counter protesting is stupid. It's stupid unless you at the other side of the sidewalk. So you know, because things like that happen, you get stalked and things like that, Antifa and you know. But yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna have this fencing up here. I don't know how long they're gonna have all these fences up here. Look, see, they leave their trash around here. So, you know, look. It says the Nazis. Like, these people don't even know history. Like, who are the Nazis? You know, they don't even understand that, you know, the National Socialists and the United States don't have anything in common. You know, like, that's crazy. They didn't even fall together in World War II. Like, so these people don't have like an education, and all the stuff come from all those Marxist colleges. You know, they indoctrinate people. So, you know. It's like J6. They trying to ally J6 with white supremacy. It's BS, basically BS. So, and yeah, it's stupid. It's pretty stupid. It doesn't make any sense. So they believe climate change, but they leave their trash around here. You know, like, what a contradiction is that? Interesting. up here? No. Yeah, there's nothing to counter protest anymore. You know, it's just stupid. So I'll see if this event's coming up, but I mean political, you know, events. But I'm not gonna mention nothing here because, like I said, you know, you got stalkers and doing stuff. You know, it's like in 2 weeks or 3 weeks, so you know, I don't talk too much, you know, because there's people like stalking you, and you know, they probably pop up there. So yeah, which is ridiculous, you know. So. Yeah. But yeah, that's why sometimes, I mean, because if I would have live stream out there, it was like what, like I would say 25 people to 35, and then yeah, they would have like, you know, leak that information out, and then oh yeah, he's trespassing here, and they get you in trouble. So it's ridiculous. So you don't live stream that stuff, certain stuff. So. You protest because you gotta save the environment, the climate change, you know, whatever it is that BS called, you know. So these rich people, like what's it called? All these people, Drake or Taylor Swift or these nonsense famous people tell you, oh no, you gotta take care of you know, yeah, your environment, the earth, you know, don't throw trash, don't use straws. Okay, bitch, but you freaking flying planes 24/7. So what are you trying to say? You know, it's insane. You know, like the wokeness that we have. You know, so yeah, and like progressives. You know, back in the day, progressives used to work. Back in the day, I will say, you know, back in the 1960s. I will say even the 70s or even 80s. It wasn't that much degeneracy. You know. So a socialist used to be somebody who really fight for the working class. You know, that's what that's what in my mind a real socialist, a true socialist, maybe is somebody who fights for low wages and those type of things, and probably, you know, for the working class, for the worker, for minimum wage. Nowadays, that's just BS. They want to put transgenders, she, hers, his, whose, has, whatever it is that, you know, LGBTQ plus 20. So all this BS, all this nonsense, all this wokeness, pedophilia, they want to put DEI, BLM, you know, awareness month, all this nonsense. So you see how it changed through the years. And that's why I'm keep telling you, the pro-Palestinian movement is nothing but a bunch of Marxists, communists, and anarchists who just want to rise up and, you know, live in anarchy, you know, and we cannot let that stuff happen. So the only good thing about anarchy, the only good thing about that ideology is that if one of these days that happens, you know, we get to live in a utopian system that's anarchy. You can rise up from, you know, and you become vigilantes who can rise up and take the power and just build their own government, you know, and that's the only way you can, you know, really change the whole system, you know. So that's the only good thing about it. You know, if that becomes something, if this country ever becomes something like that, you can just build your own government, you know, take over and build your own government, because it will be no law enforcement, it will be nothing. So if you build your a political party, you know, you can take back the country, you know, and build your own government. So that's the only good thing about it. So, and you gotta be honest with you know, even today politics, you know, you gotta have a certain name. in order to run for something like big. I'm saying huge. So but yeah, all those people that call themselves progressives, they're not progressive. They want to promote their degenerate behaviors in their evil, their leftist agenda, and stalk people, harass people, and get people in trouble. They contradict themselves because they use the state. They the fascist because they're using the state. Okay, so, but Well, yeah, if there's anything going on tomorrow, I'll let you know, whatever. What are you doing? I'm in Texas. I'm walking in Texas, so it's pretty warm up here. It's like 80 degrees. It's kind of warm, hot. So it's summertime, so let me check this guy's out 1 second.
No, on Sunday. Sunday is better for me. Yeah, so we'll do it Sunday. No, oh yeah. All right, dear. I have a visitor at the vigil. All right, bye.
How you doing, Felipe?
Man, I'm doing okay. How you been?
Thank you. I got $2 for you.
Well, thank you. That's wonderful.
No problem. You gotta fight the cost, you know.
That's fight the power. It's like it's a shit show right now.
I've been busy, man, working
It
and
is a
stuff.
shit show right now.
Yeah, I'm really, be honest with you, I'm against the system. I don't like support like systems that, you know, to me like the two-party system is like the same thing, and you know, they basically don't have like a view, you know, don't have a destination, don't have a vision to the future. So just keep exploiting the people and stuff. So.
Yeah. Which one's gonna take a little more? The other one, or a tiny bit back from the one thing they took, but you look around the corner while you're thinking, oh man, they're stopping to do that. Oh, that's a great thing. And you didn't watch over your shoulder and they implemented 3 things you don't like. As they took down the one thing you really hated, they implemented 3 things you don't like, and you weren't looking over your shoulder at. You were happy at the thing they took down and stopped doing the other ones did. But while you were looking at that and you were happy, they snuck 3 things into the bill that weren't so good.
Right. What do you
And then
think?
they put it across the Congress, and the Congress voted it in. And now you lost one bad thing, but now you gained 3. I mean, you lost one bad thing, but now they put in 3 new bad things into it.
Right. What do you think of the Palestinian issue? They still, you know.
I mean, Donald Trump wants to take all of Palestine and turn it into development for Trump Industries.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And he wants to use the U.S. taxpayers' money and, of course, the might of the U.S. military to do this. He says he'll do it without it going into any military conflict.
Right.
But I don't know how you're going to remove 1.87 million Palestinians.
Right.
And, you know, yeah, it was 2.1 or 2.2. But it's not only the number of Palestinians they know have died.
Right.
It's also as they lift up the buildings and they find that the numbers will be 4 times more. The Palestinians that died there under the buildings that were never put into the death toll.
Right.
And they're going, as you know, they're going to find bodies
Maybe
as they lift up these hospitals and these schools and these senior centers and these buildings that had 12 apartments to the building. They're gonna find dead that currently are now counted as dead.
Now question, when it comes to this country, right, it doesn't matter what president is in charge. Why they always benefit Israel and why they always send so many millions to Israel and these people? Why?
Well,
I'm curious.
Let's
Why?
just say on the cause of Israel,
Right.
John Kennedy was killed
Right.
for speaking out
The same
about AIPAC needing to register as a foreign entity.
Right.
So, all presidents besides John Kennedy,
Right.
Eisenhower stopped selling to Israel anything they couldn't afford up front.
Right.
So that's like what they would do to France, or to Burma, or to Australia.
Right.
Wait, you want something from us? Oh, you got the money to pay for it in advance?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll sell it to you. Instead, what happened after John was assassinated, Lyndon Baines Johnson started giving them credit. And then after the attack on the USS Liberty in 1967, from then on, it was the presidents who were willing to give them a credit line
Mm-hmm.
Jimmy Carter took it back to the Eisenhower policy.
Right.
Jimmy Carter was a Democrat. Eisenhower was a Republican.
Right.
Meaning, the party's not the one that matters. Meaning that the thought mind of the individual president,
Right.
it's not the party.
Yeah.
Because Jimmy Carter, a Democrat, went back to, we will not give them anything where they're asking for it in credit and pay back later.
Right.
Ronald Reagan got in, and from then on, it was a budget amount they're going to send them, plus on anything they ask for military weaponry,
Right.
it will be based on an assessment per thing they ask.
Yeah.
Every president since then has not questioned it. A certain amount, $3.8 billion annually. Sometimes they come back and ask for a little more. I'm sure that's happening right
Right.
this
Right.
last 3 days with
Right.
Netanyahu being in
Right.
town.
It's crazy that the first, I don't know if this is true, but
The very first foreign
first
leader
person,
he
the first
hosted.
person is from Israel.
The
The-
very first foreign
Jews.
leader he
Right.
hosted, the
He's from Israel.
hosted
Right.
Netanyahu.
Yeah, I'm wondering why. You know, for
Well,
example,
remember,
I'm
he's-
critical. I'm just
He's
curious.
also the president that moved the embassy from Tel Aviv
Right.
to Jerusalem.
Right.
So there should be no wondering.
Right.
He is bought 100% sold, and I'm not
Right.
going to say that.
And when it comes to also
And-
to media control, you know, they have certain entities.
But it's also for the theft.
Right, it's
One
propaganda,
thing-
you know,
One
they-
thing that Biden was saying the whole time is, we want a secure land for Israelis and for Palestinians.
Right.
Trump gets in immediately
Mm.
and says, we're going to have to move them out. Won't the Saudis, won't the Jordanians, won't they take them? We're going to develop this. You know,
Right.
it's really, really good beachfront condominium property.
Right.
You know, he is a person who has always been a real estate,
Right.
in the real estate development game. This whole thing to him is a power grab structure of land where he has to pay not one penny for the land.
Right.
He develops it and then he sells off the condominium.
But he said they're gonna rebuild that, and then people's gonna go back there once it's rebuilt. That's what I heard. I mean, I don't know if that's.
No, he wants to take it. He wants to take it.
Do you think that's really gonna happen?
He's not gonna rebuild beautiful, modern, Western condominiums
Right.
so that they can have these beautiful, lavish places to live in
Right.
without him selling what is already theirs
Right.
to them.
Right.
No, he's not. So there is differences.
So where is this coming from? Because I mean, I don't know if that's gonna happen. Is that really that's the plan?
That comes from his most evil Adolf Hitler mind.
No, what I'm
That
saying,
he says he wants to eliminate
I'm
the
saying
original
that comes from Israel. That's what I'm saying. That's their opinion, the Netanyahu. But like, I don't think.
Oh
It's,
yeah, it's from within the Netanyahu Adolf Hitler.
How that allies to that? How Zionists ally to, because they're Jewish? How that allies to Hitler?
Adolf Hitler is half Jew.
Huh?
Adolf Hitler's father,
What?
his mother, the mother of his father was Jewish.
I didn't know.
Adolf Hitler was half Jew.
So you really think they're gonna?
Adolf Hitler was
A
what
Jew.
they call a
Ashkenazi?
self-hating Jew.
Interesting to believe. Like, I didn't know. So you really think that's gonna happen? They're gonna like displace those people and not send them back, right? Do you think that's really gonna happen to them?
No, they're going to displace them and never allow them back.
Right.
They're going to displace them to other countries and never allow them back.
Right.
There's going to be no rights of return for them.
Yeah.
And then who's left when the population is only
Hey.
1/3 of the current population? Then
Yeah.
what's going to happen in the West Bank? Then they're going to come easily and just roll in on the West Bank and eliminate the last Palestinian from the West Bank. now they're already, they destroyed Gaza. The treaty was about, a ceasefire in Gaza.
Right.
So once the ceasefire in Gaza was according to, the plan that they did, now they're attacking the West Bank. So there are some differences.
Yeah.
The one thing is the United States is still running back financially, as I understand. That's the part that's the same. But there's a lot of things that are different. There is.
You don't think these people are gonna fix the inflation and gonna fix things?
How do you fix inflation when you're gonna have
Well,
tariffs?
they claim, that's what they claim. That's the promises.
Because they're idiots.
That's the
They
promises.
know nothing about finance.
Right.
You do not fix inflation.
Right. I mean, like reduce
by
inflation.
How
Like,
can you reduce inflation?
that's what they've been saying. So that's what I'm saying.
We know that Donald Trump told 30,000 lies his first 4 years as president.
Right.
So, to even think
Right.
that he remotely knows what a lie and a truth is,
Yeah.
we're smarter than that.
Right.
We're all smarter than that. He doesn't know the difference. To him, telling a lie is telling the truth.
And property taxes and all that stuff is still gonna be.
He's talking about the sports teams.
What is it?
That
I mean,
they're going to the multi-billion-dollar sports owners
really,
are
really
going to
private.
pay more taxes.
Right.
But none of his multi-billion-dollar buddies are going to pay more taxes because they're going to get tax write-offs still, like they always have been. And from the United States of America, they get so many tax write-offs that they don't have to pay any taxes.
Right.
For some reason, he's only going after sports owners. And there's a reason. Major League Football,
Yeah.
the NFL,
He's not going for the other
denied
sports.
him
Baseball now.
ownership of two teams.
Right.
So because they denied him ownership
Yeah.
of teams twice, he's going after billionaire sports team owners.
Billionaires.
Because the NFL denied him a franchise twice.
What was the franchise you were gonna?
It was never fully proposed, so that it was just denied.
Yeah.
He never had. Look, Donald J. Trump is not a good businessman.
Right.
He's filed for bankruptcy 8 times and he's gotten it. Una rata?
It's crazy. That's a mice.
Yeah.
So yeah, you say he's filed for bankruptcy and stuff.
He's filed for bankruptcy so many times. He can't be good.
Now, question: do you think this country is gonna collapse in
Yes.
this administration? Collapse? Now, in which way? Economically, in war? How are we gonna collapse?
I think it's going to be from a 3-tiered level.
Well, because I believe in something. I believe that you have to collapse in order to fix the system. You would have to collapse the whole
No,
thing, burn everything
Rome
to the ground.
collapsed and never came back.
But I'm saying, like, you collapse the system. So the
So
system.
you collapse the system and then
You build something new.
No. Something new comes
You
back,
change
but it won't be
a
the
system.
same, and then your money will be zeros.
That you can,
So the people that have a modest saving of like $80,000 now, they have
money is just paper,
No, money's not just.
But I'm
paper.
saying this type of system, in this type of system.
Money is the sweat and the blood that you sacrifice going to work. Money is only paper. Is a little activist talking point about little mommy daddy activists that never are out in the trenches daily, but are really not activists. They're pretendivists that are using cliches. Money is blood, sweat, and tears of the person that saved it. That's what money is. Money's not just paper.
So we get rid
Because
of.
when money is in the bank, it's not on paper. You see? So that's why when anyone says that money's just paper, they don't know what they're talking about.
So you think we can?
That's just an activist talking.
You think we can
point
get rid of that?
they
You think we can get rid of the paper? We can get rid of that and live in a society without
No,
paper
that's
money?
not the point. The point is if the United States collapses,
Right.
every single account becomes null and void.
So but you told me that. So how is gonna collapse? What do you think is gonna collapse? How do you think this country is gonna collapse?
Well, Elon Musk is investigating every single person's social security and every single avenue of the system. The system is collapsing.
Right.
Donald Trump has brought in somebody that thinks like the clerk, like a Hitler,
Right.
to destroy the system finally and financially for everlasting. You see? That's how it is.
Is he gonna accomplish that in this 4-year period or before 2020?
There's only 4 years. You can't run another 4
What
years.
do you think between that time it's gonna collapse, or what period of time do you believe?
He's only got the 4-year period.
No, I'm saying like how long it's gonna take to collapse? How many
Who
more
knows?
years?
It might be in 17 days. But I hope it's not in 17 days.
Right. You don't think he can stand his stay or like go against the
He
Constitution?
doesn't want to save nothing.
Right.
He wants to destroy and annihilate everything about anything USA.
Yeah, that's interesting.
He is the Fourth Reich of Adolf Hitler.
Yeah, that's interesting because I never seen. I don't think that was his. I don't know if that's ever his president's goal to destroy its own.
He's
collapse its own
not
country.
doing it from a mindset of being an American.
Right.
He's doing it. He's got his prize.
Right.
He's got a whole land to develop.
Right.
All he needs to do is have the thievery of the money trust
Yes.
in the United States converted into pounds,
Mhm.
converted into rubles, converted into euros, and then use that money for his development of Palestine and drilling of the petroleum shelf life off the Palestinian coast. And he doesn't care if this country collapses for everlasting.
Right. So all the stuff that he said that he was gonna fight for the people, fix the economy, all is
It's
just
all, it's all bullshit.
right. Okay. But that, when you say it's BS, it's based on what? On
It's based on what? It's based on what he did the last 4 years. What do you mean based on what?
Right.
Did you see what he did 4 years ago?
And 4 years ago was Biden, right? He got in office.
No, 4 years ago when he left office, it was 10.9% unemployment.
Right. So it was no jobs. It was no jobs for
He
people.
was a fucking idiot.
Okay.
He destroyed the United States, and if he would have gotten 4 more years back to back,
Right.
it would have been the collapse of the United States that much quicker.
In this last administration, do you think they fought better for us, or what they did? This last Biden administration.
Yeah, we
What they-
survived
what-
through it, and the United States didn't collapse.
what they
That's
accomplished.
better than what he's going to do this time,
Right.
obviously,
Okay.
because the United States didn't 100% collapse. Now, were there ugly things in the United States I didn't like to pull out from Afghanistan? I'm off. Can you push me to the bus stop?
To the what stuff?
Yeah. There's water here. Sorry, there's water. I'll take that up.
I got a huge soda, 7-Eleven.
What do you think of the those people getting pardoned? Those people who don't getting pardoned. What do you think of his decision?
What do I think about the decision of people that killed people in the Capitol?
Yeah. What do you think?
What do I think? That he should fucking be in jail for that?
All right.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting.
Insurrectionists of the Capitol should be in jail.
wow.
Should stay in jail.
Right,
Not
right.
one of not one of them should have been pardoned. Some of them should have had like the homeopathic. Some of them was just invading on an official process of Congress.
Right.
So some of them should have been about 90.
Yeah, I was gonna hear from another one. They go. Yeah, guys, that's wow. That's crazy. That's wild, yeah. So you can tell how indoctrinated people are. So basically, they said that Biden administration was way better than this administration. So it's interesting to believe that, an administration that left us inflation and left the economy basically to the collapse. It's interesting, just asking questions, You don't go against it because going against it is like you're not on their side. So, it won't be a conversation basically. So, yeah, that's wow. But yeah, that's pretty wow. People who think like that. You're always gonna have things like that. That's the point. Yeah, I just ask her. I ask him. I don't go against it, but I just ask what was his opinion. So yeah, it's pretty interesting. So well, at least he got me out. At least he cleaned my stuff. So I don't see it like that. Some people do. So yeah, I gotta watch this place until they come back. So because if I leave, they said they'll clean this place out. So it's interesting because these people have an ideology of the government. Basically, if they cut AIDS, so basically, I don't believe in relying on the government. You gotta. I mean, if you work for your own stuff and can buy a house and you can move forward, in a system like they believe, they don't believe in none of that. They believe that everybody should make the same, and they're all gonna rely on the government. So if you rely on the government, you basically have no freedom. So that's the whole contradiction there. So it'll be a useless society. Work will be useless. So that's stuff. And the stuff that he said, those aren't facts. That's just stuff that he said, that he mentioned. I really want to see the facts. I want to just go in and search this stuff out. About like do my research. It's probably none of that stuff is accurate. So you know. But yeah, pretty. That's wow. That's pretty insane. To So basically, because when you're in government assistance or welfare, they give you daycare, child daycare. If you have kids. Now as soon as you get a job, even making minimum wage, they take that away. So now you're gonna have to pay for daycare, and then they're gonna charge you. What the money the government gave you, you're gonna have to pay it back. So it's really not free money. So that's why you see many people that are on welfare for 20 years, 20 plus years, all those communities. So what that stuff does, it hurts the people, it incentivize single motherhood, incentivize to all those unhealthy life choices. So that's what it does. That's why you shouldn't rely on that. Well, people shouldn't rely on that. So, and it limits you, it limits you. You have to work, people have gotta work less than like 12 hours a week. So I think it's pretty useless. So that's what I think, that if getting rid of, to me, if you get rid of that and you make life more affordable, I think that's a better society. It teaches the person, is healthier, it has dignity. It teaches people to have dignity. So not to rely on a government or all these services that, pretty, to me, useless. I never used them, so that's why I don't believe any of that. And I don't have kids. I'm not like those people who have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 with different people. They have kids, so the government paid them money. So I don't have that type of mentality. So that's why I don't understand what he mentioned with taking services from people. So, because what Elon Musk is doing, he's just shutting down institutions that waste tax money in useless shit, stuff that's useless, like transgender studies in other countries. Pretty useless stuff. So, but I ask people questions because I want to know these people's opinion. You see, the thing is that I might disagree with these people, but I question people. I ask questions to see, where I'm at, to question my beliefs, my belief system. But yeah, so I don't believe that my tax money should be going to people's transition surgery because they want to transition from a woman to a man or to a man to a woman. Well, I don't believe in that. So so if you want to call the people who opposes that a fascist, we're pretty wrong in history. So. But you don't go against it. You don't go against when you ask questions because you see what I mean, just to keep the conversation going. But yeah, that's how it is. So I gotta get going pretty soon. I'm just waiting for these people to come back, so I cannot leave this alone. The fuck is this shit? They said they've been here for 50 years, doing this. Interesting. But yeah, relying on the government or a government assistance is like living in communism. In communism, it's a moneyless society. It's a society that everybody will be making the same, or you depend on a government. So like in Cuba, they don't even have milk. So I mean that's the whole conception of that. When I say collapse the system, I'm meaning politically. If you remove the two-party system and just build one, and one that's just gonna be based on America First policies and politics, that's it. You just get rid of those stupid elections every 4 years that don't even give time to a leader to establish. Come on, man, don't leave me here. I gotta get going. So you see, I questioned him about the Zionists and the power, but he mentioned something else, the presidents and the stuff. He knows what the fuck is going on. I questioned him about presidents, but I don't want him to say, oh, you anti-Semitic, then so that's about it. I question him why they get so much power, why there's so much influence in the media, or they get so much tax money, and then he went back to President Nixon or President whatever, you know. He knows what the heck is going on, so. Huh?
Thank you for watching the video for us.
Not a problem, you know. I'm just on a live stream, you know.
Live stream?
Yeah, I do live streams. I'm a political activist, so I've been doing this for like 10 years now.
Political activist, what kind of...
Oh, anything. A lot of stuff that goes around, you know. Pro women's rights, you know, all that stuff, you know. So
Gender equality is one of the 17 global goals of the World Bank of the United Nations.
women's rights, women's rights.
Women's rights, yeah.
You know, what do you think of women's rights? Not abortion, pro-life. You know, like keeping abortions in all 50 states. Are you for that? Or you?
I'm
pro-life?
pro-life,
Okay, you're pro-life.
but most of us are pro-choice.
Right. I also did pro-life things because I don't know what kind of political view, because I'm kind of like right-wing or like in the middle sometimes.
It's good to be in the middle.
But you know, I'll call myself a centrist. You know, I'm not right-wing and I'm not left-wing. So you know, so.
Can I get your chair?
Huh? But yeah, you know, like I've been doing this for like a period of time, but you know, sometimes yeah, you know, I just do it myself. I think they've been protesting outside the Department of Labor and stuff.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they've been protesting against Elon Musk and you know something. I don't know. What was that? You haven't watched the news or anything around here?
So I know Elon Musk. I've talked with Elon Musk on Messenger, but I think it's probably a con. It's probably someone pretending to be Elon Musk.
No, he's not.
I know his.
No, it's been protests around here, so it's, you know. So I came by, you know, say hi to these guys. Because I used to work, I used to stay here. They used to pay me to watch this. So
Oh, William Thomas did?
yeah, like back in the summer, and this guy Felipe.
Peoples.
Yeah, like back in the summer, like May to July, you know, like 2 months. I was there for 2 months, and they pay me just to watch the thing. So
Well, you're lucky. Most of us work on a volunteer basis.
well, because he did it back then. It was like all other people. It was other stuff in like doing this. It was different set of people.
What years was that?
This year, well, last summer, like between May and July. Thomas was here, yeah, but he's gone. He's not.
We lost Thomas in 2009.
No. It was something to do with glasses. It was last year.
Something to do with glasses.
His name was Thomas. I just don't know his last name.
Oh, had Thomas Hallenbeck?
Yeah, I think so.
No, Hernandez. Thomas Hernandez.
Yeah, one of them. You know, one of them. But yeah, it was like 2 months. So.
So do you do a lot of photography in your presentations, or?
Oh no! I live stream. You know, so you know, I got a protest and you know whatever it's going on there. You know, I just live stream whatever.
You're on YouTube, or?
Yeah. I also like use social media and stuff, but that's different. You know, that's political. But I don't know if you gonna agree or not. But yeah. It was a convoy last year in Texas, so we did part of that. I covered part of the stuff. You know,
There was a what in Texas?
a convoy.
Convoy.
Yeah. Yeah, that was last year. But
They
yeah,
came from Texas to here.
no, from here, from like East Coast or like all United States to Texas.
It's a semi convoy.
Yeah,
I
they
remember
stop up
that.
there. Yeah, that was like back in like
Did you drive semi?
yeah, 1 year. It's been 1 year.
Yeah.
It was last
I
year,
remember that.
recently. Yeah.
On the side, besides being a volunteer at the White House Peace Vigil, I'm an artist. Do you like art?
Who?
Me. I'm a volunteer at the Peace Vigil. I'm also an artist. I paint acrylic on canvas, mostly 16 by 20.
How long you been doing this? How many years?
How many years have I been doing the vigil?
Yeah,
10 years.
10 years. I never seen you here. I mean, I was here during the summer.
I do a couple shifts a week now. You look familiar, like I've seen you around.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, why have this thing closed down? It's been closed down since last year.
Yeah, the inauguration bleachers that they never used.
So they're getting rid of them, right? They're removing the
They're
stuff.
removing them right now, yeah.
Oh, wow.
So do you like art?
I'm sorry.
Do you like art?
I guess I'm not familiar. I paint, I like painting, but I'm not professional. I'm not like a person that's my thing, But yeah,
Just a hobby, huh?
Huh?
Just as a hobby?
yeah,
Okay.
acrylics.
I do acrylic on canvas too.
Yeah, yeah, but I'm not like that's not my thing. Once a while, I'll say once a while, but no, it wasn't my main. There's this book, right? There's this book. I don't know if you read it. It's called the JQ,
The JQ?
the Jewish Question. It's a book. I mean, it was different people wrote it. I don't know if you read it before.
No. Talk to me about it. What is it about?
It's about, like they said, it's the Jewish Question. So they said basically it's influencing the war and what's been happening for a long time, And they basically explain where most of the high powers or whatever, it explain how everything is play out,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can check it out. I don't have the copy with me, but
Books are important. We need to read books.
right.
In the 90s, I was badly in like with feudal China history.
The China history.
Feudal China.
Have you read the Communist Manifesto?
No, I haven't really covered it.
Yeah, me neither. Well, I kind of read part of it, but
Yeah, this was before the communists took over, before Japan invaded China.
right.
Back in the feudal days. Back when there were kings and queens in Europe, there were also kings and queens in provinces in China.
Right.
For 2,000 years, Buddha, Confucius, and Lao Tzu ruled one of the most civilized areas in the world.
Right.
Then I read the Bhagavad Gita by Arjuna, the Hindu Bible.
The what?
The Hindu Bible, India.
Right. I don't know. Yeah, I never, enough. How you read that book, Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper?
No, I've heard of it, but I haven't read it.
I have that book at home. Yeah, I read that one. I read the whole thing. It was pretty interesting, pretty, wow, what I read, what he exposing his stuff, You should have checked it out. I mean, if you haven't read it, but me see.
Want to see my art?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. So how are you painting for?
I started sketching in grade school, and I'm 64 years old, February the 10th.
Oh wow, interesting. So yeah, if you check those books, JQ, you know, if you, I mean, it's an interesting book, actually. You know, I mean, if you get the time, you know, but I did, so you know, I didn't read the whole thing. Just you know.
There's my living room with all my art in it.
Let me see.
It's about one at a time, but if you can see that, that's my art.
Oh, interesting.
I do a lot of political stuff, you know, like George Washington and President Franklin,
Right.
Abraham Lincoln,
Wow.
Capitol building, the White House, that kind of stuff.
Mhm.
It's actually good to do. Because it's Washington D.C., right? So
Yeah.
the latest thing that I did is the Three Wise Men and the Wolfman with snails.
Who's that?
The Wolfman.
Oh wow.
The Wolfman was a black and white movie by Lon Chaney back in the, what was it, the 30s or the 40s?
The Wolfman.
Wolfman. The three wise men on camels going to see Jesus Christ. I did Buffalo.
Buffalo. Wow. Gee.
I did four of them. There's another one right here.
Yeah.
There's another one.
Let me see. Oh wow.
So have you ever interviewed anybody famous?
I know I interview people in protests and stuff, you know, but no, not really. I'm not in that, you know. So I mean, I just, you know, I did people who made the news and you know, like got in protests or you know, like did stuff like that. I interview some of the January 6th defendants, but
So that must have been.
yeah, I know some of them, you know. Well, I was not involved in that on January 6th, you know. So I don't know. I can tell, you know. But some of them is still in jail, you know. Some of them didn't get out. So I mean, I'm trying to, you know, see what happens with them. Who's this?
It's a tiger and some monkeys.
Oh, what?
I caught that one down.
When was this?
When was that? I guess that was last year.
Yeah, I don't remember. I don't know if I see you. Yeah, like, was it like 3 months?
Statue of Liberty. There's an art show that I did. You can click on any of them. They're like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7
Let me see.
art shows. Click on one of those art shows that I did. Okay, like 4, 5, 3, 4 things.
You sold this stuff?
No, I haven't sold any. I sold some a couple years ago. Made like $5,000 one year from selling paintings.
Right.
I don't know.
Right, we gotta get going.
Mostly I have friends that buy stuff from me.
So yeah, I'm trying to see if he can I'll see maybe next summer, next spring he'll I might come here and take care of this. I'll ask him.
Cool. There's nothing for Filippo's.
Huh?
Nothing for Filippo's.
Right. Oh, he'll do it. He'll do it. I mean, if that's
I've been here 10 years. The first 2 years I was at CCV shelter and I did 2 nights a week. And then day shifts.
day shifts.
Yeah.
So how long you been here in Washington? How your whole life?
No, I came this time around in 2014.
Oh, so where are you from? What state?
I was raised in South Dakota.
Oh wow,
I have 15, 20 years in Hollywood, California.
long way.
Hollywood, long way. Disappointing. Huh?
So South Dakota, you said?
Small town of 7,000 people called Madison.
Madison.
Madison, South Dakota. Not Madison, Wisconsin. South Dakota. Then I have half my adult life in Chippewa, South Dakota, but then stayed in the city.
Yeah. What do you think of this administration?
What do I think of it? I'm hopeful this time around because I wanted to vote for Kennedy for president.
Right.
Kennedy's in.
He seemed like anti-establishment, but he couldn't make it. He didn't have enough numbers to
They were suing him.
to get in there. But
It depends on how much Kennedy has reins on the establishment, is how much I have faith in the establishment.
right.
Kennedy would have made a good president.
I think it's gonna be better than the last administration. I'm saying, probably economically or financially. I mean, I don't know how
I hope.
that's gonna play out, but for now, yeah, the gas prices are going down, so
The thing that upsets me is he's out of the Earth to Paris Agreement again, and climate change is a serious issue.
well, it's been a serious issue for a long time, and so I don't think it's just something recent,
It's going to get worse and worse because we're not doing anything about it. There's a tipping point.
right?
So we're going to have like fires and tsunamis and earthquakes, tornadoes, floods, and hurricanes. Worse and worse and worse and worse until there's nobody left with the house because everything's going to be destroyed.
All right, man, we gotta go. Yeah, I thought he was gonna stay longer, to speak to him, but yeah, I mean he's gone, so I might come by probably like next week. So.
Okay. I might see you.
Huh?
I might see you.
All right. Yeah, I mean if you're here, if I'm here, if I get the time to come, I was around here. So I'll talk to you later, man. So yeah, just let them know, hey, I came by here, I'll be getting my thing.
Okay.
All right, man. See ya. Yeah, that was wild. Gotta get going.